Hello. Congratulations. You have become a permanent resident of the United States. The slang way to say it is, you have a green card. Now that you're a permanent resident, you will need to maintain the status until you can become a U.S. citizen. Most people are eligible to apply for citizenship 5 years after becoming permanent residents. Some, such as spouses of U.S. citizens, are eligible to apply for citizenship after 3 years. Generally, you can only lose your permanent resident status if convicted of certain types of crimes, or if the government concludes for some reason that you have abandoned the United States as your primary residence. According to the USCIS website, an absence from the U.S. of any length might result in the loss of permanent residence. If you plan to leave the U.S. for 4 months or longer, or to leave repeatedly, our firm advises obtaining a re-entry permit. A re-entry permit will serve as proof that you do not intend to abandon the U.S. as your primary residence, even if you will be overseas for an extended period. Apply for the permit as soon as you know you'll be traveling, since you'll need to remain in the U.S. for 3 to 6 weeks after applying, until USCIS takes your fingerprints. Also, maintain as much documentary evidence as you can of your continuing U.S. residence. File all required tax returns, keep your financial accounts in the U.S., continue to rent or own a home here, and keep your driver's license or state ID current. The more documentation of your continued U.S. residence, the better. Nothing in immigration law is guaranteed, but normally your re-entry permit permits you to remain outside the U.S. for any length of time. But make sure to return before the permit expires, or Customs and Border Protection might seize your permanent residence card in the airport and tell you to get on the next plane home. If you insist on keeping your card in that situation, Customs and Border Protection might put you into a deportation proceeding in the immigration court. Then you'll be in for a battle. But all is not necessarily lost. If you are already residing outside the U.S. for a long time, you might be able to obtain an SB-1 visa from the American consulate. SB-1s are specifically for permanent residents who are returning from temporary but long visits abroad. Get it right. Consult with a competent and accessible immigration attorney about any of these matters.